I'm going to try hanging out in the news dump room, which might stick around or might not. This is so AI generated, you have no idea.
I feel like I'm Professor X.
I'm going to put my brain in Cerebro.
Yeah.
Well, we are back again, and we have a huge amount of stuff to discuss in the news dump. Let's start out. Actually, Ross, one of your favorite games. Let's start out with Relooted.
Oh, Relooted. Hey, speaking of buy Game Pass or not at all, Reddit's on Game Pass.
I don't want to play this game. I'm going to hate this game. But there's a degree of it would be funny to do a full-blown review of Relooted. You know?
Oh, dude, I saw somebody, they were playing this game, and they would go and Wikipedia the artifacts and, like, the tribes that they belong to or whatever, like, the people it belonged to.
Uh-huh.
And then give, like, so anyway, here's what actually was going on with this tribe. And it's always something horrific. And it's like, oh.
Well, there have been...
Oh.
Well, why don't you explain roughly before we get into it what the point of this game is?
So, Relooted is kind of a 2.5D heist game. It's like an African futurist setting where they break into museums and re-loot, so to speak, African artifacts and return them to their homeland. But yeah, that's basically what it is.
One of those games.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get
Definitely
why somebody...
political.
Yeah, and look, this is a whole thing. Like, this is a very internationally political thing, right? Like,
oh yeah,
with several museums. I mean, the one that always gets pissed and moaned about is the British Museum.
Museum, yeah.
But
didn't the French Museum return a bunch of stuff to an African nation that they had, and then that nation went and sold it?
Yep. Yeah, it ended up on the black market like almost immediately.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Let's return this to its rightful owners.
I think the one that a lot of people
put this on eBay.
Yeah, well, and look, there isn't like, it's not just African people, right? Like, famously, the British Museum has like statues from the Parthenon.
Yeah, Greek statues. They will not.
Yeah, and people are like, I know people that are younger are very confused by that, and all I have to tell them is, if you look at the history of Greece since independence. Greece has been a fucking nightmare since 1829, and the last 70 years are a complete fluke.
You can't trust them to be good stewards of their own history.
No, and they've had like civil wars and civil conflict. Like, they have had and just economic nightmares and corruption. Like, since the Cold War, this is very unique to them. Like, that's all I'm gonna say.
And if they return something to an Islamic country, by any metric that you could measure, they probably would destroy it instead of preserve it.
If it doesn't support
if it's not Islamic.
Yeah, if it's not Islamic, because they notoriously were blowing up Buddhist statues. Was it Afghanistan?
Mesopotamian. There's a lot of Mesopotamian art that has
flat out been destroyed.
Yeah.
That will never come back
Byzantine
and are
art.
thousands of years old.
Yep.
So there is a degree of fair concern about. Look, this is a charged topic about stealing from museums to get African artifacts back. That there have been evidence of them not taking care of these things anyway. Like, how many mummies have been broken down and turned into paint?
Or eaten, or consumed.
Yeah, they used to eat them. So clearly there's a political message in this game. Yeah. Now you might go, oh, well, what is the response of old Relooted? You know, how good is it doing? I don't have the number. If I recall, at launch, or maybe it was the peak number for Steam. Oh, no, wrong window.
It said double digits. That's
50.
not
It was
confidence
57,
inducing there.
Jason. It was 57
Woo!
players.
And hey, on Game Pass, it could have maybe
40
even hundreds
billion.
of people. Possibly. I bet not that many.
Oh.
I bet you a couple thousand people played it for about 10 minutes and then left.
Yeah.
And
this
this game also has a hilariously offensive Asian accent in it, by the way, in case you didn't know.
This is definitely one of those deliberately political, we have a political message sort of games. And those seem to not be very popular as of late.
No.
What?
I can't say if the
Not so
game
much.
isn't even very good. It could.
Hey,
Well,
everybody,
imagine it's the funnest game ever. It's just horrifically political.
that would be very
Yeah.
funny. Like the bones are good, just like the paint they put over it is stupid.
I saw.
Hey, everybody, let's make a game about black people stealing. Anyway,
I
woke
saw.
or not, I don't know.
Well,
Oh
how
my
many
gosh.
times have people
Can you
gone?
imagine?
Go ahead.
I was going to say that just sounds so racist right off. If that was the only thing that they put in the premise for the game, let's make a game of black people stealing.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, that's what's so on the nose of it. It's like, oh, really, you guys? Really?
Shit.
There's been a huge amount of mods for Spider-Man 2 where they just replace characters in it. Like somebody
yeah.
did a mod recently that just removed anything that's remotely LGBTQ in the game. Like there's a mission where you get two gay characters together because one's gonna propose to the other one for prom or whatever.
Oh.
Completely replaced him with a girl.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
So the
Oh,
whole
my
mission is a
lord.
prom proposal with a guy and a girl instead. It's funny. I'm just saying when you get political, there's going to be responses to it that people don't like. And Relooted is burdened by its heavy political messaging. It just is.
Yeah.
And your chance of success is going to be quite poor. Hey, we had a giant Super Bowl. I don't want to be that guy who was like, I don't watch sports balls. Football seems like something I would probably be into. I just don't care.
Are you playing?
I did play football. Not professionally. I just don't. I like the game. There are a myriad of reasons as to why I don't watch it. Don't watch a lot of organized sports. It's not because it wouldn't be up my temperament. I find it hard to get really into a team that's just going to disappoint me constantly. I've moved around a bit, so it's hard to root for a local team because I don't either have local team or the team I might pick. You know, it's just I'm not that.
Yeah.
I'm not a joiner. I'm not a guy that like gets in on a team and like I'm a Packers guy or what. It's just I'm not that type of guy. I like sports and I watch a lot of individual sports. It's hard to get really committed to that sort of thing. And on top of that, the more football has gone on, the more I hate the culture around football, especially with the modifying of the culture and with the recent political upheaval that we've been having. And so it just doesn't encourage me to be remotely interested. I don't watch the Super Bowl. I don't care. And I haven't watched it in decades. It's funny, especially among men and stuff, at least that I'm around, there's an expectation that, well, everybody watches the Super Bowl. Like I would run into my dad and for years he'd be like, well, you watching the Super Bowl? I'd be like, no. and he would seem confused, like, well, everybody watches the Super Bowl. It's like, not everybody watches the Super Bowl. Nobody cares.
I don't care.
But the Super Bowl came out and it's a big cultural event, especially when it comes to pop culture. And you might ask yourself, well, it was huge and yada, yada, yada. There's been a bunch of misinformation and bad numbers to come out about the success of the Super Bowl. A lot of stuff in the last while has been lower than the previous years because a lot of people are disconnecting from a lot of things. Bad Bunny had a big Super Bowl show, and if you watch clips from the audience, they were not into it. And a lot of people went, wow, Bad Bunny's show was this huge event and everybody loved it. And some people came out with numbers saying it was actually bigger than the Super Bowl itself. More people logged in to view the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime segment than the Super Bowl itself, which isn't untrue, and it's verifiable now. Also, it's not the biggest halftime show of all time. The best we could say, it's the fourth biggest halftime show of all time, which doesn't make it the biggest. I think Bad Bunny just sucks balls. He's not good, in my opinion. He's not good. Yeah. Like, his music is crass and it's dumb sounding. It's really bad. Just really bad.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, like, people complain that it was in Spanish this year, and like Spanish speakers are like, oh, don't worry, we don't understand him either.
Yeah, it's just mumble mouth music anyway.
He's a bad mush mouth.
Yeah, I don't like it. But that's my personal opinion. So how do audiences react? Well, it looks like, after going over all of the data, that viewers for the halftime show dropped about 9.6 million viewers during halftime. And they actually have a little chart. The dip of people watching halftime, they just left.
Hilarious.
Yeah, because they just didn't care. Or they just left it on TV and went and ate dinner or forgot about what was going on. There's been a lot of negative reception. Now, I know there have been articles showing up where it's like, people are demanding Roger Goodell resigns over Bad Bunny halftime show. I don't know how legitimate those are, or if there's really a bunch of like leg behind it. Because I could sit here and go, Roger Goodell should be fired. Does that? So I am a person and I am calling for it, but that doesn't mean that there's enough of a groundswell to try and get rid of that dude. So I have questions as to whether or not that's actually a movement of any kind. The other thing is, they had TPUSA had a counter Super Bowl thing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And people laughed at them that they only got 5 million views on YouTube, and it wasn't remotely as a counter Super Bowl thing. And it's like, well, yeah, but that was the most viewed thing on YouTube ever. Because 5 million is a lot of people to show up for a stream. Immense amount of people.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is going to garner you football fans. It garners you attention because it's a big event of the year. And it seems to have done worse than previous years. Bad Bunny kind of sucks as a musician, so was it successful?
A dip in the ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been that during that dip in the ratings, people were switching over to YouTube to watch the TPUSA stuff.
Or just turned it off because they didn't care. There was some drama with Jake Paul, who said that they need to send corporations a message and just turn off the Super Bowl during halftime. And then, like, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and his brother Logan got all upset with him. And it's like, he's allowed to not watch it. And I think they were upset that he was trying to get other people to not watch halftime show. It's not like we have an obligation to log in just so that you get the numbers you think you deserve. If I don't like it, I cannot watch it. Why do you care?
Yeah.
Let's shift on.
I haven't watched the Super Bowl in years.
Avatar's costly sequels are getting harder to justify. Will they make 2 more? That's a big question, because the last Avatar, Fire and Ash, did 1.4, which is huge numbers. But compared to the first Avatar and Way of the Water at 2 billion, it is not, doing as well as the previous movies. And apparently James Cameron is like, if it doesn't do 2 billion, I don't want to get off the couch or whatever. So he's casting doubt on whether or not we get another Avatar sequel. They're very expensive movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that we've talked about before, that where the margin is so narrow that in order for it to do well at all, it has to do whatever billion dollars worth of sales. Otherwise, it's just not worth the effort.
No.
And that's kind of a disturbing trend with movies that we've noticed.